Hey, welcome back to Beer Geek Beer Reviews. And this evening, I'm going to be doing a very first for me. I hear this was America's very first um, craft beer company that had a pumpkin ale. I don't know how true that is. I have not looked up any information on it. I hear it is like one of, if not the best pumpkin ale out there on the market, as per you know craft flavors. Without further ado, this is my very first time having it, so I'm very interested in trying this out. This is America's Original Pumpkin Ale by Buffalo Bills Brewery. Right here, buddy. So let's go ahead and crack this bad boy open and find out exactly what it's all about. Brewed and bottled by Buffalo Bills Brewery. I can't even pronounce that. I'm not even going to mess up the name. Um, California? For Buffalo Bills Brewery. Ah. So it looks like it's bottled brewery. There's like two different spots that this possibly could be brewed at. But I'm going to pop a top. Mm-hmm. And let's find out what this has in store. Loads of smoke. Oh, look at that nice dark coloring. That is beautiful. Look at how dark that is. Get some soul. There we go. We're getting ahead on it now. And she's all in. Um, I do, I do like that little pumpkin on there. That's some nice little artwork. It's not too fancy, not too plain. That is dark. This is actually rather dark compared to what I'm used to when it comes to. Wow, out of focus there. There we go. Let's pull her back. Um, than some of these pumpkin ales that I'm used to because they got that bright orange, vibrant color, and this is darker. It's got more of a brown ale-ish kind of tone to it, almost like a dark amber, very dark amber color, almost mahogany color. As for the head's off white too, but it's like almost a quarter to half a finger's worth of head. It smells very inviting. There's just that hint, small hint of that pumpkin pie flavor. Mm. Definitely getting some like cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, allspice, clove, that kind of shit going on here. Um, Smells very inviting, so I'm about to dip into this. Before I do forget, this comes in at 6% alcohol by volume, so it's 6% is almost the American standard nowadays. Anything lower than that, people are like meh. But I do like the lower end of the spectrum just as much as I like the higher end. So prost. Wow. Wow. That's pretty damn good. Um, wow. You're not getting so much the spices as you are the gourd itself. I'm getting a ton more actual pumpkin flavor in this beer than I have had in many a beers. Everybody's used to, I want to say, let's go with some of the more popular brands right now. Southern Tier Pumpkin, they even love the Warlock. Let's go with one of my regions, pumpkin beers. The Hoppin' Frog does pumpkin beer. They have a double pumpkin called the Frog's Hollow. Excuse me. One of the bigger brands in craft beer, if not one of the biggest brands in craft beer. Samuel Adams. They do uh, 3 different variations of pumpkin beers. 3 now, should I say. They recently came out with a new one, pumpkin batch. They have the harvest pumpkin. They have their Fat Jack. Fat Jack. This really reminds me a little bit of Fat Jack because everybody's like, oh well, it's mediocre. It's low core. Blah 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 blah. Well, it does not have a lot of the pumpkinous pie spices. That beer, I don't know the specifics on this beer yet. I will be looking them up because this is really amazing. And it, like I said, it reminds me of it. But the Fat Jack is brewed with 28 pounds of pumpkin per barrel, and it's got similar flavors here. The Fat Jack goes more. It gives you that big gourd flavor. I mean, you're getting a little bit of that waxiness. You're getting a little bit of that the meatiness from the pumpkin, but they've amped up the spices more than this beer. But this beer, you're definitely getting in the aromatics, and then once you get into the drink to it, it seems to be you're getting more of the meatiness of the pumpkin, and the spice notes kind of take the back seat to that, and that's what I really enjoy about this beer. Little earthy, almost kind of like a little waxiness there. Um, it's to me this is really really good. So if you guys have not had this, definitely seek it out, try it. You know, I would definitely even trade for it if you do not get this in your area. This is one killer pumpkin beer, and that what I mean by pumpkin beer, I actually mean pumpkin beer. I don't mean pumpkin pie spiced wannabe pumpkin beers. I mean because that's where I want to try to find out what's the best of the best when it comes to the actual pumpkin beers, and then kind of separate those into 2 categories. I want to separate it as in, okay, this is an actual pumpkin beer. I know it actually has pumpkin in it. Most of them tend to add flavorings. I don't know if they actually have real pumpkin in them, but you got more along the lines. I'll say, okay, pumpkin beer, put it over here. I'll say pumpkin pie beers and put them over here. And then see, the pie beers, I swear to God, are just they're going to fill this side of the table. And the actual pumpkin beers, they're just going to sit here because there's not too many of them that wow me when it comes to having the actual pumpkin flavor in there. I know one of my favorite beers when it comes to these spiced beers or adjunct beers, because I mean, to be honest with you, that's what they really would be considered, even though it's craft. Happens to come from the brewery. They do their what is that? The autumn, yeah, the autumn harvest or autumn something or other. I can't remember off the top of my head. I will be definitely getting it as soon as I get to the store again, because that is just one of the most phenomenal beers that I've had for a fall season, and it doesn't even use pumpkin. They use yams, and this one here, it's just like wow. Again, I can't. I've been sitting here blabbing on almost 9 minutes exactly now, and get out there, seek out this beer. It is a great beer. Peace, Prost, and as always, rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about this beer. I'm going to definitely put this one on my Untapped as a solid 5. So with that, peace. I'm out. Rate, comment, subscribe, thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you disliked it. You know what to do. Don't drink and drive, don't text and drive. I'll see you guys later, man. Peace.